as we get ready for the opening face-off. There it is, and we are underway in Durham. Little slip to begin us, but it's an absolutely pristine day in central North Carolina. Oliver behind the cage, he pulls those strings.
There's McAdory. Right, looks like Air Force is gonna be kind of slow to slide, right? They don't want to slide.
Oliver in the denial by Merrick.
Right, so when you play teams that don't want to slide like Air Force is doing today, right, they're kind of packing it in, right? They're gonna say, if you're gonna beat us today, you're gonna run by your man and you're gonna score a goal and you might take a hit as well.
Here's one, another angled save. A double quick fire opening for this Air Force defense.
There's Kalen Driggs. That's their leading scorer. #1 in black. Keep an eye out for him today.
Did not start.
Whoa.
But he's already having an impact here. An opening goal goes the way of the visitors. Stadelmeyer opens it up for the Falcons.
And look, the difference in this game so far, right? We're only 2.5 minutes in. The difference is finishing, right? Duke's got 2 good looks, and you know, here's Duke's look, right? On Duke's end, right? They get the same look on the crease. Their goalie makes a save. Air Force gets the same look. They bury it, and that's the difference. 1-0 Falcons.
Delgado.
Here's McAdory.
Shrugs off one. Forced away.
See that guy?
Oliver
Whoa.
goes over the back, just can't connect off the post.
Nice pass from Oliver to Graham. Those guys,
Spilled
Nice.
and turned in on the edge of the crease. Graham, first time denied, will not be the second, and the Blue Devils level.
Coach Wilson very unhappy about that goal. On the road, you know, that's one you just don't want to give up, right? You play great defense, you get help from the pipe, right? You get some help from the pipe. Now it's a ground ball in the defensive end, right? You can't come up with it. Duke picks it up and scores. Too easy of one to give the home team. You want to win the national championship, you're going to have to go out and beat a fantastic team on Saturday. You're going to have to wake up Sunday, practice, and you're going to have to beat another fantastic team on Monday. So that's the mindset he's getting his guys into.
Wound up shot, saved with the legs, outside the crease, trying to reel it in. A real scrum.
Look at these Air Force guys, man, just tough as nails, right? Putting Duke guys on the ground, that's what they do. These guys are tough. Both of their quarterbacks at attack each have more than 10 ground balls in the season. Right, so that means that not only are they scoring, they're leading their team, right? They're riding hard, they're picking up ground balls, they're finding extra possessions, right? And they're making each other successful.
Save is rebounded by Jamison.
And what do you know? That's one of their guys. That's Kalen Driggs with a ground ball in the offensive end. Let's see what it leads to. It's classic.
Slip off.
Right? All my young guys, everyone young, guys and girls at home watching this, right? Ground balls, ground balls, ground balls. Right? If they pick up the ground ball, they get a chance to score, and they do there. Right? You play great defense in the shot clock. Right? First, phenomenal save. Right? Mr. Merrick having a day so far in Durham.
Stadelmeyer with 2. The Falcons up here on the road against Duke. Johnston cycling through.
Cusalito with the shorty. It's a good matchup for him.
Cusalito, space opens up and he lasers one in. Cusalito and Duke are level.
Right, and so as this game progresses, right, Air Force is going to have to start making some decisions. Right, Air Force doesn't want to slide. Right, they're going to say, if Duke's going to beat us, they're going to run by their man and score a goal more times than we're able to score. Right, and Chris Cusalito says, okay. Simply, right, right-hander, right.
Engelke and McCarthy. McCarthy just a freshman.
Exactly.
McAdory dumps it off for Sloat. Winds one up.
Oh, man.
Pulled in, though, by Merrick.
Merrick is here to play. Kind of an attack convert, natural attackman. Getting some run at midi. Get a short stick, run by. Right, we know they're not sliding now.
Oliver.
Oh, wow.
Breaks away, tries
Another save, Merrick. Doing something like that today. Very interesting, Duke.
Warrington now.
Here's that guy, McAdory.
154 points, tied for 32nd. Goes low.
Another
stop.
save.
That is 6 already.
And we're kind of leaving our net, Duke's kind of leaving their net empty. And there they get the ball back, so call that worth it.
2 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Quick flip, drives it low.
Now that was a serious look from a freshman. Curtius, I got my eye on you. Wow. Coming down that righty alley, knowing, we call that a through pass, right? If you look, because of what we've been doing on offense, the success that we've been having in our one-on-one matchups, Air Force has to slide now. They have to slide now. And that's creating through lanes and other gaps. So now we're scoring assisted goals, right? Kind of opening it up, Duke is.
There was a reset on the possession clock, on that shot clock, so they'll get it back down to 34. Just tipped in the air. Here they go again, Yago.
Air Force.
Ball pops loose again. Stadelmeyer going in on his own.
Wow.
3 goals for Air Force and 3 goals for Ryan Stadelmeyer.
Sheesh. 3 goals for Stadelmeyer, 3 assisted goals for Air Force. All 3 of their goals are assisted, right? This is classic. These guys play together.
That's after spilling it.
Oh, yeah.
Was not an easy one to get. Jamison, we've really yet to see make any big saves, just 1 stop on the day. That's thanks to Stadelmeyer's surgical precision. Down to the final 15 seconds. Molliver trying to make something happen to give the Blue Devils the lead. Tipped out front.
Another nugget. Air Force gets a nugget now.
Molliver goes low. Saved again by Merrick. An 8-save first quarter performance.
Wow. Molliver with a shorty again. Last time he got a great shot off. Didn't hit it, but great shot. That's a tough matchup.
McAdory!
And there you go.
Goal line extended to the top corner, and the Blue Devils lead again.
Right, Mr. Molliver says, you know, if I get a shorty, I'm going to just do my thing back here. I'm going to go throw it in the goal. And it's simple. Simple, simple, simple. Right, Air Force, right, like I said, their game plan is not to slide, not to slide, not to slide. Certain matchups are going to make you pay every time.
Wilhelm. Picked up off the ground by Yago.
Here's their guy. He's got a shorty matchup. Eyes peeled.
Yago. Space opens up. A missile into the back of the net. They're level once again as the Falcons come swinging out of the timeout.
There he goes. 1-1 for him on the day. Right now he's on the board, and you know, confidence. It's these guys are here to stay. Right? The Air Force Falcons under Coach Wilson, they are here to stay. This is a serious team.
Well, that's the thing we talked about. You said that's their guy. Both Yago and Driggs to this point, no points. So the fact that they're getting these guys wound up now bodes well for Wilson.
They do this, what's our answer? They do this, and eventually you want to do something and you want your opponent to have no answer.
Yeah.
Right? And the past 2 clears, right? They haven't solved the 10-man how they want to. And there's McAdory. He just tied me in 2 points.
So he gets the assist.
Andrew
Molliver fires it in.
to Molliver. 5-4, right? And like I said, this Air Force team is hanging around, man. 5-4, we're working for it, right? And here's the deal. Here's the deal with the 10-man. Right, and for all my young people watching back home, when you have a really good defensive possession, when you have a really good defensive possession and you turn the ball over, right, that next opportunity for the offense, they're converting at. They put about 66% of their shots on goal. So you play Air Force, you're gonna have to make some saves, right? They shoot with a purpose.
Flashed in, great feed, and even better finish, Josh Yago.
Oh boy, Mr. Yago doing it all kinds of ways. He wants to beat you off the dribble, he'll do that. He wants to put it in his offhand and cut, he'll do that. And like I said, right, Air Force, they ain't paying attention to the scoreboard, none of that. They are playing lacrosse, just happens to be 5-5.
What a feed there. As crisp of a pass as you'll see. 14 points in the last 2 before this for Yago. Has certainly made it through to this team.
Right? Every possession matters. Every possession matters. How can we get more? Right? And you see, right, McAdory's dodging. Wow.
Great feed, makes it
look.
look so easy, and Luke Graham, bottom corner, puts the Blue Devils up.
I got something. Luke Graham, that might be, if I were to guess, that might be one of his only right-handed goals in his college career, right? And that's how John Danowski is, right? He knows Luke Graham scored hundreds of goals at Richmond with his left hand. Air Force has been looking comfortable. Duke's trying to do their best to get them uncomfortable, right? How do you do that? You speed them up, right? You slide faster, or you don't slide, right?
Jamison comes up with that stop.
And what did we talk about earlier? These Air Force offensive players pick up ground balls in their offensive zone.
Hasn't had a whole lot of answers for the shots on goal today.
Is McAdory with a shorty? He wants to go. Right, and Air Force trying to switch on him. There you go. Classic.
Wound up, bounced in. Another point for McAdory. He is now clear of you.
Goosebumps. I got absolute goosebumps. Right, a player like McAdory, right, let's watch the replay. He wasn't even dodging. He wasn't even threatening. But number 2 in white, he's just a threat, right? We gotta send 2 to him, right? What else matters? Nothing, right? So we leave Ben Johnson, who's been on a tear his own self.
It's important, keep this competitive, but it might get larger. Molliver, excellent feed, swiped away on the edge of the crease.
How about that one? That was like a little give and go type deal. Oh, look at the ride. Look at the pressure. Get up. Wow. Another one. Wow. 2 crazy over the head checks. Wow. So now Air Force puts 2 on the ball. Right. McAdory is just different athlete. Right. McAdory is just a different athlete. McAdory.
First goal of the day to go alongside his 2 assists. He is storming up those record books.
He says they're going to leave me in the dust. He's a oh, man, McAdory, like I said, right, like I said in the intro, he's the heart and soul of this team, right? He's the heart and soul of this team. If they're going to do anything today, right, he's going to have a lot to do with it. And if he doesn't have a lot to do with it in the stat book, right, he's the guy on the sideline pumping up everyone, right, getting everyone to believe, right, that's him, right? He scores, he immediately looks straight to the bench, right, and lets them know we got this, right? That's his thing, right? They've got the edge in goal, right? Merrick is playing his butt off. Right now, they're going to need some help, right, from their other middies, right, and on those face-off wings, right. They've got to give those Duke shorties some. Whoa!
Kisses it off that outside post. Kalen Driggs, the offensive player of the week in the ASUN, pops up with the first of the second half.
There he is, right. And look, I can't say it enough. Air Force don't care about the score, right. They're here to do a job. They're here to play lacrosse, right, and. You know, in having a mindset like that, they're not going to stop, right? They're going to keep going. They're going to keep going, right? And they're going to push Duke, right? Duke's going to have to play him. Man, he's a skilled player. He's got a very good left hand. He's got a very good right hand. He can score off the dribble. He can score cutting with both hands. He's a serious player, man.
Jamison denies. Big push away save.
And now it's Air Force getting gritty in the ride.
Tries the slide tackle there to keep possession. Smooth move by Matt Christmas.
Now it's Air Force, right? Creating havoc. Right now it's them creating turnovers on the clear. And, you know, big-time players got to make big-time plays. And Caleb Driggs doing his best to put his stamp on how that ain't happening with the Air Force Falcons today.
McAdory feeds it away, but it's met by Merrick. Up into double digits so far.
Mr. Merrick. Having an absolute day between the pipes, man. Keeping them in it. Absolutely keeping them in this game.
That equals his career high.
And look at him. Air Force, they pick up ground balls in their offensive end.
Driggs! Back-to-back goals for the big number 1. And they're within 1 now.
Right. 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes. Air Force 2, Duke 0 in the third. That is something Duke's not used to.
It all started back here with Merrick as well.
It's all starting with Merrick. He came to play today. Merrick came to play. He said he's going to keep him in it. It's not just a one-guy thing.
Duke hunting for their first goal in the third. Things getting very close. Molliver flips it in easy as you like. Luke Graham lengthens it back out.
All right, he caught that one. He did exactly what any lacrosse coach is going to ask of his attackman. He caught the ball on the crease, he took his time, and he threw it where the goalie wasn't, right? Like, the goalie, if you look a little close, look at Merrick. He's thinking he's going to throw it that far side, so he starts jumping there, right? And Merrick says, no, I'm going to come back to this near side. And that's Tyler Smart. That's a freshman on Molliver. He's having a great year, Smart.
Molliver, spin move, tries to get some distance. There's a whistle first. Exactly right.
Details. That's another one you want back, because that's probably a goal, right? That's another time where Molliver is back there with a short, whoa. Right, Molliver's back there with a short stick. And
right back to Duke, though. What's on himself? Merrick says no again.
Merrick. This guy is, dare I say it, is he standing on his head? Maybe not yet. He's making all the saves, though. Let's just say that.
Reeled in up high.
Slow.
Can't stop that one. His max slope equals up Duke's largest lead.
Welcome to the party, Mr. Sloat. Nice cut, nice pass by Molliver. Man, Molliver, seriously, he's growing into this role, right? New school, right? But he's the guy, right? You know, you got to have a guy. You know, Molliver, he's been proving all year he's the guy, right? His teammates trust him just as much as he trusts his teammates. He's feeding them, you know, and they're putting it in the back of the net.
So Duke, after a brief stumble to start the third quarter, firmly in control here. Never led by as many as 4. Molliver might have something to say about that, and he does. Duke up to 11, storming their way out of the gates in the third.
Molliver turning the corner, right? This Duke team, right? And I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. I'm gonna give this goal to Thomas Delgado, right? He gets Molliver's guy just interested enough because, as I said, these Duke middies are now demanding slides, right? He goes out a half step more than he wants to, right? So he kind of slips a little bit. Who better than Molliver, right? Who's going to take advantage of that, right? Right. This is a deep team.
It's exactly what they need as well if they want to have success later on in the season. Cusalito tries to wriggle free. Here's our first flag. Yep, first of the day. It's going to go against Air Force.
That's not what we can control. This is what we can control.
They're not going to want to hear. Molliver leads this team with 4 man-up goals. This is their first opportunity. He's going to make it 5. A high-wire act on the crease. Molliver gets another.
Right, and to my point earlier, right, who threw him the feed? Slope. Right, he comes in, he gets his goal. Now he's in that flow state. He makes a great through pass on man up. Right, Duke's up 5.
Air Force Falcons are weathering a storm here. A barrage offensively from Duke has set them back big time. Just 2 goals here in the third quarter. And a big deficit to climb out of. Great shot, but Jamison's there.
I think they're staying with him feet for feet. I don't know too many people who can really do that. He's a special player.
Sloat pitches it back for Molliver. Leads the team in points right now in the game. Speedy feet.
I think
Molliver, tic-tac-toe. There's Merrick.
And there's Merrick. And there's Merrick. Oh, I think we're in that tin man. Yep, we're in the tin man. We're pressuring. All right, he runs by 1. Let's see if they break it. Oh, boy.
Too heavy of a pass, but they pick up the rebound.
Watch these Air Force attackmen. Man, they get ground balls in their offensive end. Let me tell you that much.
Swallowed up in a sea of Duke blue. Turns it over to Cusalito. Talk about those goals by committee. 43 of Duke's goals this season have come from their first 2 midfield lines. So they are spreading them around. They got a couple of heavyweight guys that do a lot of the points getting, but they are deep all around as they are just showing that their grit goes right down the line with Air Force.
He gets it taken away.
So this just goes to show you that Air Force can go toe-to-toe with anybody, both in their conference and out. Just got to get that run. Great feed. Ball pops loose.
Look at it. Look how tough they are. I mean, like, they're just nasty, right? And that's how you want your defense to be, right? You catch it on the crease. No, you're gonna take a hit, right? Like, that's our crease. That's how they play, and it's fun to watch, man. And
driving down on goal, Driggs.
There's the guy.
Adds in yet another. Reeling it in. Air Force trying to build a run of their own.
Look at this Air Force. Starts with this defense, right? Duke draws a slide, right? Air Force skewers, right? Puts him. He gets hit by 3 different guys. Ends up on his back, right? They're running the other way right now. Right. One of the downsides of the 10-man ride, which is equivalent to the full court press, is that you kind of run out of defensemen at the end if they're able to break it and see upfield.
It is the golden era just about for Lacrosse.
It really is, man. It's incredible watching and really being a part of kind of the game and where it's been, where it is, and where it's going. It's like transcendent almost. Like it's incredible.
One shoots to one. Driggs reeled in by Jamison. Every single time.
Wanted to make something happen.
Great shot. Rebound turned over, but pushed wide.
His motor, man. As a coach, you can work with that.
Yeah.
That's a motor you can work with. Whoa.
Space opens up. Nothing Merritt can do about that one. The freshman, Liam Kirchis, pegs on another for the Blue Devils.
Right, that's phenomenal. Right, you smoke your defenseman, it's hard for them to figure out what to do on the backside. Right, so no one comes, you get your hands free from 10 yards. Great.
The number 22 prospect had 2 points in each of the first 3 games. A great start to his college career. Duke switching around. Gonna bring in Graham Blake. 10 minutes to go in this one. Kirsch trying to make it 2. Merrick says no.
Man. And of course you can make it better, right? But that's why we practice.
Yep.
Right? You don't ever want to have that spurt where you just can't do it because, now you get to a point 8 minutes in the game and it's like, oh, we figured it out. And
Driggs with a man in his face.
What did I say earlier?
Leaves him in his dust.
What did I say earlier?
On.
Duke better off just holding the ball because number 1 in black, Kalen Driggs, he's got something to say about it.
Big goal from Driggs as they're on the doorstep of 10. 4-goal deficit. Can they surmount it?
They aren't going anywhere. Air Force 9, Duke 13.
McAdory going to work. Molliver. Just about picked off. Shots wide. Backed up by McAdory.
Nice offense from the Blue Devils. Molliver does a really good job with that drift. And there he is getting back on the scoreboard.
Drifts off, gets the feed in from McAdory, who can't stop getting points. Those two combine yet again, and it's up to 5, the lead for Duke.
McAdory cannot stop getting points. That is correct, man.
He didn't just move by your record, he is storming by it, and he has got his eyes set on even further heights.
Uh-oh. Here's the guy, Mr. Driggs. Between Mr. Driggs and Mr. Merrick, I'm just over here. I'm in the press box wowed. Seriously, these guys are awesome. And look at McGuire. He wants it.
Big wind up and a big finish for Sansky off the feed.
And so here, right, for my young people watching at home, in general, you don't really want to slide to a pole. Right? So when we see Aiden McGuire slide to the ball, sliding to a pole, defense kind of gets out of sorts behind it, right? Like I said, in general, you don't really want to slide to poles on the defensive end. Uh-oh. Face off. Air Force wins it backwards. What's that mean for Duke? They get to get in their 10 man.
That's the thing, right? Is
and Air Force is still subbing,
yeah.
And here we go, right? Like that pole in the middle of the field, he's gonna cause problems, right? And you're not used to him being there. And so it's just, it's a little uncomfortable. And look at it, body's flying now, right? Duke gets a body, Air Force says, we're getting one more. Luke Graham says, okay, we'll get one more of what matters.
Another feed from Oliver, another goal for the Blue Devils. The 10-man ride paying off.
Right? Keith Boyer, middle of the field, getting a big hit, getting the ground ball, moving it to his teammates. Right? We call that a second assist.
The thing is, he gets put to the ground, right back up to his feet. Talk about the bounce back.
Hey, I'm up in the booth. Right? The Boyer family watching. If you guys are watching, I got him for a 4th assist there.
Racking up the goals. Oliver. 15 to work with. Flag out.
Second penalty of the game. Another on Air Force. Little off the ball penalty. Mr. Merrick.
Bouncing shot. Can't get by Merrick. And we'll have the stop there as the call will come in. Slinging it around as it evades McAdory's stick. He gets his own rebound.
We'll give him a ground ball for that one.
There you go.
He does it all.
Molliver, the no look. Wound up.
Mr. Merrick. What an absolute day, man. Proud, and happy for this guy. Very proud and happy for Mr. Merrick, man. He's having an absolute day. And let me tell you, he's going to carry this momentum, right? He's going to carry this momentum as they keep going in the season and as they get into the ASUN games. And, you know, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Nothing he could do about that one. Graham Blake waltzes his way to the edge of the crease. Finishes it low.
Not enough can be said about this Duke 10-man ride, right? And like, and I like the mindset of it, right? You know, Duke, you know, they like to think they've got, you know, some of the better athletes, you know, that play college lacrosse. Let's go out here, let's take advantage, let's run.
They know they can do it.
They know that they can do it, right? This is a team that they know that they can do it against.
Yeah, this wasn't a team you were going to come in here and get an easy result against. They've had to grind this out, driving right down on Jamison's goal.
Mr. Yago. Mr. Yago. Right, I mean, these guys, like, I have the most respect for this Air Force team.
Yeah.
They've got guys, and more than that, they've got the will to win. They don't care. They're running by poles. They're beating the slide. They're getting shots off. They're awesome.
Just evades the stick of Yago.
Duke's able to get out by way of Mr. Liam McLean.
Space opens up. Merrick reels it in. Unstoppable, unbeatable.
And look at it. Another takeaway on the ride. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
And 13 for 24 on the clear today, Air Force.
That's Reed Landon, Episcopal School of Dallas's finest.
Tries to scoop that one in.
He gets pushed in the crease. Got to get up and get back. Air Force is on their way out.
Try and move quickly here to salvage something, down by 5. A game that could have very well gone differently.
Oof.
Hit and the flag is out. Tries to get it to the edge of the crease. Just can't get it there. The pass will be out and wide. And Duke gonna have to make one more stand here. 17 to work with. Man up, of course.
Okay, guys, here we go.
17.2. Try and get something. And just pitches it out the back. Final 10 seconds as Duke gonna take a 5-goal win over Air Force. At the end of the day, it was earned on their part, but fought all the way to the end by Air Force.